Hello and welcome to your indie game review of Shelter. The screen is really like this, so let's start with that. This game is a game of being a badger mom. You have to shepherd your cubs through the perils of life and get them to the end game moment. Get them through various challenges. The music is very lovely. I've actually got the music turned way down. Let's check out the settings really quick. It's crazy how washed out this screen is, but that is the way it is. You notice graphics quality is cranked. We are on full screen. My resolution is 1920 by 1080. I have it in English. Sound is up. Music is all the way down because YouTube is evil lately. All right, that is the settings. That's really about it. Your controls are very simple. Forward, backward, left, right. Sprint, sneak, and interact. That's it. So very, very simple. It's almost impossible to see half of this stuff on here. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm not going to go very far because this is a very linear game. So we're just going to explore to a certain area, and then we'll stop and talk about Shelter, or Badger Mom, as I take to calling it. So let's start a new game. All right, we open up our eyes. We are a mama badger. So the game really is, it really looks washed out, but it's part of the aesthetic of the game. It gives a very different look to the game. So I'm Big Badger here, and these are my baby badgers. There's one baby badger who looks like he's not doing so well. So this is sort of your tutorial part. So I grab my little tasty nom here. If I take my tasty nom back to my badger baby, eat up. And then y'all watch. Now Badger Baby's better, and notice his color changes and he becomes a darker color. That's an indication of a Badger Baby that is well fed. That is really, really interesting. Now we get our intro, creative direction. Jonas Vadin. This is all coded in Unity, which is a lot of indie developers are using Unity code lately. And it's an interesting game. It's sort of like, I think the way I described this game is Brothers Light. So if you've played Brothers, Tale of Two Sons, Shelter is sort of the light version of that, meaning not as many feels as Brothers. But if you ever wonder what it was like to be a badger, this would be the game for you. You could be a badger. You can badger people. And if you're a honey badger, well, yeah, this game is for you, right? Like the badger ideal. All right, we're going to get out of our little badger hole here. I just like saying badger. Badger, 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 badger. Hey, look, a mushroom. All right, let's get around here. If you don't get what I'm talking about when I say badger, 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 and hey, look, a mushroom, then, well, I'm sorry. Okay, let's get out of here now. This is badger walk speed. Badgers don't walk very fast. There is a run. That's the left shift. But when you run, obviously you burn more energy. Now, you're a big badger. See, I'm a big badger, I can run. Your little baby badgers, they don't run very fast. They're very slow badgers. The other thing is that the more you make your baby badgers run, the hungrier they are. See, they make a nice semicircle, and I can decide which badger I'm going to give it to. Hey, come back here. There you go, Billy. Billy the badger. Okay, that music always makes me happy because it means I fed a badger. And there's various ways to get food. Later in the game, your baby badgers, they start kind of helping you out by identifying... There you go, guys. By identifying the food. So you might be walking along, and all of a sudden your badgers will go off running somewhere because they've seen or smelled or something food. And that becomes helpful because it allows you to concentrate on other things going on around you. The game is all about survival. And at some point you do end up making some choices about your babies and yourself. And and those choices can have repercussions in the long term. It's relatively short. Takes about an hour to get through if you don't get lost. I did manage to get myself completely lost in one level and backtracked all the way to the beginning to start again. So I think it took me a whole 75 minutes to finish the game. You can really do it in one sitting. It's very short. If you see it on Steam sale, really cheap, grab it. And it doesn't necessarily have to be their winter sale, autumn sale, whatever sale. A lot of times, this game I've noticed is just on offer because it's a neat little game. There are little issues like you phase through stuff and it can make it difficult to see what you're doing. I did have a moment where a baby badger got stuck trying to eat a turnip, and we had to wait for baby badger to figure out how to unstick themselves and eat their turnip. That was kind of annoying. But they're relatively minor problems. The art style, I really like. I mean, some people are going to say, oh, it's way washed out, it's ugly, but I like it. Maybe, you can think of it as I'm seeing life through the badger's eyes. And maybe badgers see the world in the washed out. I don't know. I'm not a badger. I might be a honey badger sometimes. Hey, guys. Which one of you is the lightest color? Looks like you today. Here, have it. Good badger. All right. Oh, yeah. You can also hunt if you want. Like, come here. Come here, you go. Yeah. Missed him. Where'd he go? Come here. We lost him. You can hunt the other animals. There are some predators, and you do have to watch out for them. But you can hunt. I think I was able to hunt just about everything that came after me, with a couple of exceptions, and those were the ones that I just ran from and hoped that the baby badgers could keep up. There are some puzzles. They're not difficult puzzles, but they're observation-based puzzles for you. There's no save as you go along. So this is a single stream save, meaning if somebody else gets on here, they either play your game or they overwrite your game. One or the other. Hey, you should have left that for the others. Some of the others were hungrier than you. Glutton. I'm going to call you... I don't care, honestly. One thing I just a small bit of advice, unless you're really into it, don't name the baby badgers. Just don't. Not a good idea. The music, again, I've turned the music way down. Usually music is playing through this entire thing. Music is just beautiful. Very mood setting. You can actually use it to some degree to kind of tell what's going on in the game, which is great. Just wonderful, wonderful music, wonderful game. But it does make you think, and does make you might unintentionally find yourself feeling sorry for badgers. Just saying. And if you're in the UK, that could be a problem if they have another badger call. So here we are as a badger mom. Now, like I said, the game is very short, but I think it's worthwhile. See how I ran off into my little babies? Gotta wait on them. There you go. And I really love the idea of the game. The game is not... It's telling an interesting story, the story of badger moms. But it's also just interesting that they even considered this as a game. This is their second game from this studio. The first game was an iPhone game, an iOS game. And then this, as a sort of a sophomore act of games, is just a wonderful. And I hope they make more, because they really went outside of the box for this game, I think. You don't see many games where you are a non-anthropomorphic animal, meaning you're an animal that is an animal, not an animal that is talking or drawing a sword or whatever. And also, you don't see a game where the entire story is basically told with sound, and that's just about it. I mean, there's a couple times when I really wished for some direction, but then I was like, well, if I was a badger, what would I do? Yeah, I really did ask myself that question. If I was a badger, what would I do in this situation? It was a unique experience to ask yourself. If I was a badger, what would I do in this particular moment? And try to come up with an answer that worked. And would I play the game multiple times? It's probably not a multiple playthrough game. There is sort of on the Steam forums, I noticed that there are some people who are playing a game within the game, and that game within the game, hello little bull, you are now mine. That game within a game is catching a fox, because there are foxes and they are fast little buggers. Is that good, Nom? Good, Nom? Good. I'm glad you like that, Nom. They're fast little buggers. So there's some people who are playing a game within the game, and that is to catch a fox. And that's cool. I mean, that does lend some replay value. Also, obviously there are situations where you could lose a cub. That would be terrible. Don't lose cubs. But some people play through multiple times to see, just to improve their cub survival rate, I guess is what you'd call it. But all in all, I find this to be an absolutely beautiful game, beautifully done. The music is just gorgeous. I'm actually probably gonna stop right about here. The music is gorgeous. The concept, I love the concept of being a badger and being all badgery with my little badger cubs, barking like a badger. Barking. See, he barks. And they all bark with me. Aw, isn't that cute? Yes, you're cute badgers. You're cute little baby badgers. So, again, if you see this game on offer on Steam, I would recommend it if you like short, linear plays where you might have feel. I have a couple spastic badgers here. I think we'll end on the spastic badger note. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but let's just presume that they need some help. You guys, stop it. Just stop. Now, that's not improving this. Oh, my goodness. Say goodbye, badger. See, they're saying goodbye to you. All right, we'll be back next time with another indie game. This has been DerTebbers. This is your indie game review of Shelter. I like this game. It does have small technical problems, but that is trumped by just the beauty of the set piece and the amazing story that it tells and the challenge that it offers to be a mother to a bunch of baby badgers who are apparently just running into each other. Phil, stop running into Charles. Charles, quit. Charles, stop. We'll be back next time with another game. Till then, bye.